Module 5 Personal Branding.
Hi everyone, welcome to Personal Branding. This session explains how to build a personal brand and how to grow your brand. In this digital age, everyone has a personal brand. If you have online accounts like a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook account, a personal brand is how people perceive you. When you are ready for the employment world and start applying for jobs, your employers will Google you and judge you based on what they find. Now, why don't you take a moment and answer the question, why do you want a personal brand? A personal brand is in many ways similar to a corporate brand. It is who you are, what you stand for, the values you embrace, and the way in which you express those values. Just as a company's brand helps to communicate its value to customers and stand out from the competition, a personal brand does the same for individuals, helping to communicate a unique identity and clear values to potential employers or clients. Developing a personal brand may sound challenging, but there are incremental steps you can take to build credibility in your field. Here are 8 steps to help you create an authentic personal brand and amplify your career in the process. Step 1. Figure out who you are. In order to build a personal brand that accurately reflects your personal and professional identity, you first need to know who you are. Be introspective and create a list of your personal strengths and weaknesses. Ask yourself, in which areas of work do I excel? What motivates me? What characteristics have others complimented me on? Which projects have others had to help me with repeatedly? Which roles seem to drain my energy? Which projects can I spend hours on without feeling overwhelmed or tired? If you're struggling to answer these questions, ask friends, family, and teachers. Find out how they would describe you. Once you're more aware of the different facets of your personality, you can then decide how best to brand them. Keep in mind that many people struggle to choose a specific niche because they don't want to limit themselves. Realize that your personal brand, like many corporate brands, will change as your career grows. The best strategy is to choose a particular area you'd like to focus on and let it evolve over time.
Step 2. Determine what you want to be known for. Your personal brand is more than a reflection of who you are today. It's a roadmap of where you want to go. In addition to understanding your existing skills and competencies, assess your strengths and weaknesses as they relate to whichever industry or career you want to break into next. By doing this, you will uncover the skills and traits that make you distinct, as well as the areas where you need to improve or gain new knowledge in order to advance. Forecasting where you want to be in 5 or 10 years and the attributes you want to be known for can help you better determine what steps you need to take in order to get there. Step 3. Define your audience. Before you start crafting your personal brand, you also need to determine who you're trying to reach. Is it leaders of NGOs? An individual at a particular company? Recruiters? The sooner you define the audience, the easier it will be to craft your story because you will better understand the type of story you need to tell and where you need to tell it. For example, if your goal is to get a job, you might start by creating or updating your LinkedIn profile. Why? Because 92% of recruiters leverage social media to find high-quality candidates, and of those, 87% use LinkedIn. On the other hand, if you are a graphic designer trying to impress existing customers and attract new customers, you might choose to tell your story via a personal website or portfolio where you can better express your wide range of talents. Step 4. Research your desired industry and follow the experts. Find out who the experts are in whatever field you're interested in, and don't just follow them. Go online and find out if they have blogs or where they contribute their thinking. Look for people who are successful and examine what they are doing. Imitate them and then do one better. In building a personal brand, your goal is to stand out, but you can't rise to the top without taking inventory of who's already there.
Step 5. Ask for information interviews. As you start forming a list of companies you aspire to work for and industry leaders you admire, consider reaching out to these professionals to ask for an informational interview. They take 20 minutes, but are of high value. Don't be afraid to ask anyone you are interested in learning more from. You'd be surprised by how genuine and generous people are. When you meet with these individuals, ask questions that can help you gather new insights about your desired field, such as, how did you break into the industry? What steps would you take if you were to make the transition all over again? How do you see the industry evolving? How do you stay up to date with industry trends? Are there any professional or trade associations I should join? Although there might not be a job on the line in one of these interviews, one day there could be. And you want that employer to think of you when he or she is envisioning the ideal candidate. Step 6. Prepare an elevator pitch. As you begin to conceptualize your personal brand, spend some time crafting an elevator pitch, a 30 to 60-second story about who you are. Keep your elevator pitch brief by focusing on a few key points you want to emphasize. This could include that you are looking for a job, have strengths in a particular industry, or recently implemented a certain project. Step 7. Embrace networking. As you cultivate your ideal personal brand, it's important to network regularly and effectively to grow your professional circle. Connect with peers and industry experts by going to formal and informal networking events. The more connections you make and the more value you can provide in your interactions, the more likely it is your personal brand will be recognized. And considering 85% of all jobs are filled through networking, regularly attending these events will help you not only build your brand, but potentially advance your career too. At these events, don't be shy about asking fellow attendees to meet again for an information interview. And remember, if you don't get a chance to connect at the event, reach out via email and spark a conversation.
Step 8. Grow your online presence. One of the most important aspects of personal branding is making sure your online presence is engaging to others. With so many different social media tools available today, your online presence will likely look different depending on the medium you choose. While your story should match across all platforms, once you know where your targeted audience is most likely to turn, you can redouble your efforts in telling your story there. Additionally, if you want one of your sites or profiles to be exclusively for friends and family, adjust your privacy settings to ensure that potential employers don't stumble upon any information that could potentially harm your chances of landing a job. Here are some platform-specific tips to help you effectively craft your personal brand online. LinkedIn. LinkedIn serves as a professional social media tool and is the ultimate site for defining your brand. The best way to use this network is to participate in groups, make introductions with people who interest you, and ask for or give recommendations. Twitter. Leverage this platform to highlight and build upon your industry experts. To try to incorporate your potential brand into your Twitter bio by using hashtags to focus on your niche, following leaders in your field, and retweeting top industry stories. Don't forget, what you tweet is still part of your online image. Personal website. If you are in a marketing or design field, it's especially important to have a personal website or portfolio that provides essential information about who you are and helps visually highlight your work. Step 9. Remember that your personal brand isn't just online. Your brand is more just an online persona. It's how you carry yourself at home, in school, and even in your daily life in the community. Your reputation is everything. Those who frustrate or annoy others, that will come back to haunt them. The more opportunities you have to work with others, volunteer for projects, and assert yourself as a leader, take them. That is part of the brand. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this module.